Hey YouTube, Effin' True Wrestling here, Brian Crazy,
JC Styles,
and we're back with our Raw review for 3/14/2011. Raw just went off the air.
Take 2.
This is take 2. We had a little technical difficulties, so we are going to try to give you as much information as we did before. The beginning of our previous video was a little more of a straight shoot with some Raw results included. This is going to be, we're just going to run through the card and we're going to give our takes on the pivotal events of the night as they happen. But to kind of include in our new format that JC wanted to launch last night with our Victory Road predictions, the biggest news coming out of the night, just in case if you guys can't watch this entire video, Sheamus is the new United States Heavyweight Champion. So, for the first segment of the night, JC?
We have The Rock cut a promo. And before we get into that, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, The Rock says he's back and never is going anywhere. Pretty much, unfortunately, The Rock's tied up and taking care of his loose ends in Hollywood. There's not much you can do that. Unfortunately, the real world doesn't stop for the WWE. It's sorry to say, the real world doesn't stop for us wrestling fans either. I mean, as much as we all want to see The Rock back full time, he can't. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's probably filming in the process of probably starting up another movie or viewing contracts. He's also probably, doing press conferences for Fast 5 when it comes out in the early summer.
And it looks like, the couple promos that we have gotten The Rock, looks like they were taken in his home or his home office.
Exactly.
He had memorabilia collection behind him, and tonight's promo definitely looked like it was out of his home office. He did have a very nice setup, by the way. I did notice that. I was like, wow, that is a nice desk, and just random thoughts. And so yes, we see unfortunately it's a pre-recorded segment, but it's what The Rock can do right now, so he can feel involved in WWE. He wants to be there, but like JC said, he's just got stuff going on, and like JC said, unfortunately the world can't stop just because one man wants to do something different with his time.
Yes, exactly.
He's got a lot of obligations. So we see The Rock cut this promo against Mini Cena, which, it was pretty funny. And, the one thing that I got out of this was Rock made a very valid comment. If you're going to talk to me, don't rap to me. Just talk to me like a man. And I thought that was, basically sets it up for the next promo.
Yeah. Then, we go and we see The Rock, talking to this little kid as if he was talking to John Cena. The little kid started to cry. He's like, oh, don't cry. We don't want you to cry. The fans that watched your movies actually cried because you have no talent. And the fact of the matter is, all of John Cena's movies have been the female gets kidnapped, he's got to go after her. Pretty much.
Well, what I've seen, I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen all of the John Cena flicks, but what I've seen, in my opinion, wasn't too bad. But, everybody's got a different take on movies. Like, Joey's more of a, horror slasher kind of guy.
Well, I watch any kind of movie as long as it's good.
No, I was just making a comparison. You like more horror and slasher movies. I like, different kind of movies. That's, it's just, the way the world works. That's why we're all unique. If we were all the same, this would be one boring-ass place, and we'd probably be watching WWE filled with Kerwin Whites.
Yes.
So, world's
then we see the
worst gimmick.
Then after that, we see the Rock cut a promo on The Miz, saying that you're going to take my grandfather, my father, all my titles and everything, and do something with them. And he basically cuts the promo and he says, they will be speaking face-to-face with The Rock within the next couple of weeks, basically. He's not going to bring it via satellite and all this stuff. And then we go into the Miz promo, which after the Miz promo led into the Miz Khali and then Cena Alberto Del Rio as the main event.
Correct. And, the Miz was way earlier in the night. We were talking Miz was, 9:15, 9:20-ish?
Miz was right after The Rock.
Yeah. And then the later segment JC was speaking about was right at 11 o'clock. And, we moved into Miz versus Great Khali. Kind of looked like the deck was stacked against the Miz going in. We ended up having outside interference from Alex Riley, who everybody knows he was fired from being Miz's apprentice due to a stipulation in a match he was involved in. But, what really stops the guy from getting involved? He did. It's the facts of life. Khali was beaten down pretty good at post-match with a chair.
Yes.
In 2011, this has probably been the most brutal chairing
Probably, yeah.
I mean, he broke a leg right off the thing. I'm not trying to toot Miz's horn by any means, but, you know, if they're going to start pushing the envelope from, you know, sources that I have and JC has, we've heard that, you know, they are going to keep it within PG rating, but they are going to try to push the limits more PG-13 like they used to do with SmackDown. You guys might not realize this, but from 1999, SmackDown was a PG show, and they have pushed the envelope plenty of times, just as close to Raw as possible. So, you know, so Khali basically gets beat down post-match with the chair, and then we move into the next segment.
Which is, we see Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for the United States title. Actually, we see Daniel Bryan defending the United States title against Sheamus. Which basically the total outcome of this video, like this match, like Brian said earlier, is we see Sheamus pick up the United States title.
What was the big stipulation in the match?
If Sheamus lost, he had to quit the WWE, which I don't think would have been a bad thing because I can't really stand Sheamus.
Well, that's why he's a good heel, because you can't stand him.
No, I can't stand him at all. I mean, his character, I don't like him even as a person outside the ring.
Well, see,
I mean, who goes and gets a reverse tan? The guy goes and puts a cream on, goes to a tanning salon, which doesn't make him tan, which makes him more white.
Dude, he's Irish. That's how he is.
I don't know. We see
a reverse tan.
Yes.
Dude, please comment on reverse tanning.
So we basically see Sheamus pick up the title, and he stays in the WWE. I'm really pissed off because I am a Daniel Bryan fan, and I don't like the fact that
see, they had him heel that made you mad. That's what they're trying to do.
They could have saved this match for WrestleMania, and now we're going to see Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus 2 at WrestleMania. I mean, you know Daniel Bryan's going to want his title back, and then we're going to probably see Sheamus win again, and then we're going to see Sheamus as Intercontinental Champion for, what, a year?
Intercontinental Champion?
I don't know. What?
United States Champion?
I said United States Champion.
You said Intercontinental.
Whatever.
It is after 11 o'clock here.
So then we see Randy Orton versus Mason Ryan.
Yes, and the stipulation in this match is the last few weeks, Randy Orton has been facing members of the New Nexus. If he beats the respective member of the New Nexus, they cannot accompany CM Punk to the ring at WrestleMania 27. He's already taken out... let's see, Husky was already taken out several weeks before. He took out Michael McGillicuddy, then he took out David Otuna, and tonight, post-match...
He took out, Batista.
Batista, yeah, Mason
anyway.
Ryan. And it looked like he was going to walk away, then he goes back, and man, just nailed him. And then, man, CM got into the ring with him, the Viper started coiling up, and, you know, there looked like there was some fear in CM's eyes for once.
When isn't CM Punk scared? Not scared.
CM Punk's usually got the deck stacked in his favor.
Then we move into Jerry the King, the Michael Cole promo, basically saying he's going to bring someone from Jerry the King Lawler's family out, and lo and behold, there's Brian Christopher, or you may know him as Grandmaster Sexay, depending on when you watched WWE.
Yeah, he was involved in the legendary tag team Too Cool. They were big 99 to 2000.
Yes.
And Rikishi Fatu was also involved in the group. You might remember them for some of the theatrics. They did a lot of dancing, a lot of choreographed scenes after matches. They were very impressive in the ring, I do have to say.
Basically, he gets on the mic and basically says, Michael Cole asks him, why didn't you take the name Brian Lawler as your in-ring persona? And basically, he goes and says, well, you know, it's not no secret that when I was being raised, when I was being raised, I was being brought up by my mother. My father was off doing his thing in wrestling. Basically goes to show... basically goes and says that he's ashamed of his father, and then Jerry the King Lawler comes out and basically turns around and says, well, you know, you were an embarrassment, you know, and you think I embarrassed you. Think of someone else who's not glad that they didn't take the Lawler name, and basically saying that his son was a fuck up in wrestling. I mean, we all know his countless problems with drug addiction.
Yeah, he said his son had more problems than Charlie Sheen, which everybody knows about Charlie Sheen and his goddesses. That's a whole different topic. And this is F and True Wrestling, not F and True Entertainment, which might be coming if you guys want it. And Just just joking around. And no, seriously, let us know. And then we see Jim Ross come out, and he basically says that Michael Cole basically needs to cut the shit.
Yeah.
He's not the voice of the WWE. The fans are. Then we see Jack Swagger get involved, and senselessly beat down JR. And I'm just tired of fucking Swagger getting involved. They don't have a program for the guy. They don't have any matches.
Well, the thing is he's training.
Is that a spider?
No, it's a limp ball.
Oh, I thought it was a spider. I don't like spiders.
They actually have him training Michael Cole, so I guess there's something. He's gonna be at WrestleMania in his corner, obviously.
Yeah, but Swagger.
They're punishing Swagger because he thought he was arrogant and better than everyone in the WWE, and he wasn't.
That's very true. Swagger, last year, he let the World Heavyweight title opportunity he was given go to his head, and unfortunately, he's got to learn a lesson. A lot of people have paid their dues to be where they're at in this sport. And it is a sport. I'm tired of people saying, oh, it's entertainment with a little wrestling mixed in. The core product is a sport. And I'm tired of hearing the fucking bullshit about it. Not to, throw in a rant or anything in here. But,
then we see Vicky Guerrero versus Trish Stratus. If Vicky wins, she gets to stay on Raw. If she loses, she has to leave the WWE. And I'll let you take this match.
Yeah, we end up seeing Lay Cool get involved. We see Snooki get involved. We see Dolph Ziggler get involved. We see Morrison get involved. I didn't take a play-by-play of the clusterfuck, but, everybody basically got involved.
Basically, Vicky Guerrero picks up the win.
Exactly, she picks up the win after Lay Cool assists. They all pinned her simultaneously. Pinned Trish Stratus simultaneously, excuse me.
Taking pictures.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then we see Snooki end up getting involved, which, funny enough, earlier in the night there was a little promo that we did miss touching on. Snooki smacked the shit out of Vicky Guerrero, which that was pretty funny. And so basically we're going to have a huge match at WrestleMania. It's going to be Snooki, which, you know what? She kind of impressed me tonight. I never was a real big fan of the show, I'm not going to lie, but, she did okay out there tonight. I think she definitely did better than Angelina did on TNA.
Probably.
Probably. By any stretch of imagination, she did. And so, just announce it so we can finish up this card because we are running out of time. We are going to see Snooki,
Trish, and Morrison versus Lay Cool and Ziggler at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Well, it's not fully guaranteed yet. It is still an idea that they have thrown out. It wasn't confirmed or anything like that.
Well, Snooki said she'll see him there. So I think it's this might be ironclad, man.
We have Del Rio versus Cena.
And then as soon as Del Rio gets to the bottom of the ramp, you see Big Brodus Clay, which the deck's going to be stacked right off the bat. This is the first time we've ever seen Cena and Del Rio lock up. They're both the respective #1 contenders for the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships. Unfortunately, we did not get to see a lot of wrestling here.
No, we did not. The match started. Then it was back and forth. They go to a commercial. They come back. Del Rio's on top, fighting-wise. Then we see John Cena come around and turn the tides. Just as he's getting ready to hit the attitude adjustment, we see Brodus Clay get in. John Cena wins by DQ. Then we see the two of them getting jumped, and then we see The Miz, The Rock's music hits, and then The Miz comes out dressed up as The Rock. And from a distance, I actually thought it was The Rock, too.
Dude, he had a bald cap on, he had on some, fake tan.
Yep. He must have took some concealer out of Snooki's bag and sprayed it on.
Nah, dude, they sell that shit. That's what all those bitches on TV, you see them and they're
spray on tan.
Yeah, they're orange as fuck, obviously it's fake, but that's okay. And reminds me of this, when I was going to school, there was this girl that was at prom, right? She slept in the tanning bed too long. Oh, damn. But yeah, we see, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we saw Miz come out and fucking
beat the hell out of Cena. We see him do a suplex on the stage. We see him throw him into the turnbuckle post. We see him do the skull crush, actually throw him head first into the WWE logo, landing on the Rock's quote-unquote $5,000 sunglasses, breaking them, bastard. Then we see The Miz do the skull crushing finale on the little arch for the WWE logo that's on this end of the stage. And that's usually how we ended the night.
That's usually how we ended the night?
Well, no, that's how we ended Raw.
It's 11:30, guys. You know I gotta screw with JC a little bit. This guy's my brother, man. We go back since we were 12 years old. But,
so, final thoughts on Raw?
Well, big announcements.
Check the time.
I know you put out some news earlier in the day. We have found out that Drew Carey is going to be inducted into the 2011 Hall of Fame. He is one of the 1503. He is one of the celebrity inductions. We are at 15 minutes, over 15 minutes, so we do have to cut this off.
So for F and True Wrestling, I'm JC Styles.
I'm Brian Crazy,
and we'll see you Thursday night for Impact.
Sounds good.